ready for some change in college football? Because I know I am. I know I'm sick and tired of seeing the same four teams every year competing for this, national championship game. I'm sick and tired of not being able to, see an underdog team come on the rise and be like, hey, we're in existence too. It's not always about Alabama or Clemson or Ohio State or Oklahoma. And I feel like it's time to change that. I feel like we should introduce something new. I feel like it's about time the college football world gets something new. And I'm going to start that today. Even though it's going to be in a video game realm and it's pretty much a simulation type, thing. I'm going to get ready and introduce you guys to the next new thing. If you're really wondering what that is, you might as well just stay tuned. If you're not really interested, I recommend you close out of this video right now. But this next new team is going to be the Loyola-Chicago University Ramblers. That's right. I am bringing in the team from the Final Four this past year. Actually, let's rephrase it. I'm giving this team a college football team. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And it's going to be led by this guy right here, John Fox. The former one-time kind of successful head coach in the NFL is going to come to the college football world. And I'll guarantee you will succeed. Actually, I can't guarantee you that because this is going to be an interesting roster once I show you. I feel like it's a great fit. He's not going to leave the Chicago area. He's going to stay in Chicago and lead a university that hopefully can do a lot here. And this is pretty much going to be an introductory episode if you guys are watching this. That quick little minute or so in front of the beginning of the video was pretty much being me like, hey, get ready for this. Something new and exciting is happening. I know. You guys are so excited. But it's actually an exciting time here, guys. This is going to be the first actual series on my channel that I hope you guys like. I've been looking for something for quite some time, and I think I found it. And how often it's going to be uploaded, I get to get through this first season within a month. So I don't know when we'll be actually seeing this, or whenever it gets uploaded, if that's to, June 6th, June 7th. You never know when it's actually going to get there. So let's actually get into the roster here. And I'm going to only show you the offensive side of the ball because that's where most of our firepower is. And we're going to first start off with our 84 overall quarterback, Joe Miller. You're going to go ahead and see I'm going to edit some players here. There's just some things that didn't really make sense. Like, if you go ahead and see, our quarterback's a tad bit chubby right now. I feel like that was a need to be fixed there. We need to fix the weight on our quarterback. But this guy here is going to be a redshirt freshman. He is coming out of Pennsylvania, I do believe. He redshirted 1 year at a small college in Pennsylvania, like a D3 school, and heard that, hey, why don't I just transfer my first year to this wonderful university and play for a former head coach? He does have 89 speed, which is a great plus, so he can be that dual threat quarterback. But he's literally our only quarterback on our roster. If you take a look behind him, we have McCullen and Fleming. Nothing really there right now, but if we can get further into this dynasty, we might actually have a backup quarterback in between us two. And let's just say right now, quarterback is not the main priority for scouting. Next thing we got is not a 6'4" running back. We actually edit this guy. It didn't make sense to have a 6'4" running back here. So you're going to go ahead and see me quickly edit. But it's MJ Sharp. He's been at Loyola University all 4 years of his, education. He just had the opportunity to play his 4th year as a senior running back for this university underneath, again, a former NFL head coach. If I were excited like anyone, I would, pause and start over. But silly dogs. If I were excited like anyone, I would want to play for him. He's going to be a 5'9" running back, 200 pounds, 90 speed. He's a pretty elusive running back. Can be worked for his power. We have a change of pace back behind him with 83 speed. And we have Vandermeulen, who is going to get that red shirt first year. 91 speed of another 5'9" back. The receiving core is literally 4-4 right now. If you go ahead and take a look at the first four, here you have Barry, Wade, Young, and Gordon. 4 receivers, 3 of them are redshirt juniors or higher, and 1 of them is a freshman. We literally have 2 to 3 players that are going to see past year number 2 on this roster right now, and that's going to be Purcell and Wade. Those are really the 2 pieces I like to build behind. Both have good speed. At tight end, we're not really set for anything right now. Tight end's a position we like to improve on. Offensive line, again, another spot here. You can go ahead and see we have a 76 and a 99 on the right side here. Terrell Cummings is going to be your, prime player here. He started off actually at the University of Ohio, transferred his junior year, and then took a redshirt year. This university has been playing on a football team for a couple years, and he went ahead and took advantage of that redshirt. Ashley behind him, he's going to take advantage of that redshirt as well. Hopefully he can stay here. We're going to not sit behind Jasper Myers as well. He right now is a 6'5" left guard, and you're going to see me, I think, edit him as well. No, I didn't edit him. There's just no one behind him. We have Wes Babcock. He's a sophomore. I don't think he's really going to develop in a year or 2. We have Peter Hummiller. I sure hope I'm saying that right. He's a sophomore, so we have him for at least 2 years. We could redshirt him and be completely screwed this first year with Kerr. But you're going to go ahead and see he's only 6'4", 235. That is the 3rd player I'm going to edit here, as, it doesn't make sense. Some of these players, you don't really see a 6'4" running back. I just didn't like how Miller looked on the field, and you obviously don't see a 238-pound center on the football field. So it's just, some common sense things to be fixed here right away. Makes sense type of thing. As you can see, finishing that change here. So I did go ahead and check every other offensive line position. But Hummiller is going to be that piece we have here for a couple of years. Next part you can see is the right side of the line, and we have Jess Cooley. Cooley, again, he's going to be in the same situation as Hummiller. We have him for at least 2 years. And McAfee, we're going to have Hummiller and Cooley for 3. And we're going to have McAfee for at least 2. There's these players that can leave early and just screw up our whole entire game plan here. Now, I'd like to say something here. We put this team in the Big Ten. We thought, hey, it makes sense. As you can see here, we're going to play with Heisman difficulty here, 7-minute quarters. If it's not set like that right now, I'm going to go ahead and change that here before we get into the first game. Heisman difficulty on Mr. Hurricane's settings. If you haven't seen his settings, it's just the thing he makes make the gameplay feel a little bit realistic here. So we're going to go ahead and talk about every single team here in the Big Ten. We're going to first start with Maryland, a newer team in the Big Ten. You have Michigan, who's been in the Big Ten for years. Same thing with Michigan State. Those are 2 of the tougher teams here. Minnesota, I feel like it could be a wish-wash game whenever we play them. Same thing with Nebraska. Nebraska's been on the downhill as of late. We ain't going to go Ohio because it's not that. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the Notre Dame University. Notre Dame was added to the Big Ten. I figured it makes more sense to put them in an area near Indiana than having to go to the East Coast and play teams in the ACC. You see there we have Ohio State. We have Penn State. Saquon Barkley, Trace McSorley, at least 1 year. You see I skipped Purdue, but we went on to Rutgers. Rutgers is another new team in the conference. Not new, but they've been in the conference for a couple years now. We want to take a look here. We got Wisconsin with Jonathan Taylor. These are like updated statistics after year 1, but they haven't upgraded to release like the seniors and whatnot. Another long stretch here. I feel like that matchup with Wisconsin could be like a you never know type of situation. Then we have Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and that's I do believe is it. As we're back to Loyola. Interesting conference indeed, in my opinion. You never know when these games can go left and right. I feel like they can go left and right a lot here. Especially because these are conference games. They play each other difficult. Well, let's get into the schedule here. This is going to be one guarantee I'm going to let you know. We're going to play an SEC team every year. We're going to start off with Arkansas. I want to start off a tad bit easier. I believe, still the Brett Bielema era. We're going to go in week 2 with a bye, and then we're going to go to Oregon in week 3. This is going to be a stretch of games where 5 out of the 6 games, I guarantee you, I will lose. Oregon's one of those teams I don't really want to play, but we're going to play them anyways. Purdue, first Big Ten game of the year. Again, the Big Ten plays each other tough. Then we can see we go to Michigan State. I'm not really excited for that game. We can go ahead and, there's 2 games I can see we can flip-flop winning or losing. Michigan State's one of those games I can guarantee you we can lose. Michigan State's a pretty good team. Same thing with Notre Dame. Notre Dame does have its, good year, bad year, but I believe this is going to be a good year. I feel like we're going to go and take on Notre Dame, and we're going to, get dominated. The other game in this 6-game stretch of tough opponents is Nebraska, where we have to go to Nebraska. Again, I believe this is going to be a stretch where I lose at least 5 out of 6 games, if not all 6 games. But Nebraska and Purdue, the 2 Big Ten opponents, I believe we can swap, thinking we can win or lose. They're just not to that peak performance like you usually see. And then we have Iowa at this point. I believe Iowa's going to be another team at the top of the Big Ten. Then we have a bye week in week 9, so we go weeks 3 through 8 with games. So we go 6 weeks in a row playing a game. Then we get into our easier part of the schedule with Old Dominion, Minnesota. Northwestern, I feel like it's going to be a tougher game. We go in-state rival Illinois. We get 4 conference games in a row. Illinois, I feel like this is could be a guaranteed win. Illinois never seems to surprise anyone. Then at Wisconsin, at that point, I would expect Wisconsin to be undefeated or something. With the roster they have behind them, there's no doubt I don't see why they'd be undefeated. But if I go ahead and take a look at the schedule here, I see at least 4 wins year 1. I know that's giving me a lot of credit here with my gameplay ability, but I see 4-win year 1, and if it doesn't happen, I guess it's okay, because this is a developmental team. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly show you here. There's nothing much else I can really show you. We're going to go ahead and click start season. I could show you the recruiting board, but I like to save that episode to between halftime or something. I don't know. It's an interesting point of a video where I can put this. But I just wanted to make sure you guys see I'm going to advance to the regular season and keep the team the way it is. Not going to make any change or anything, because this is it. This is what I want it to be. I know exactly what's going on now. Finally figured out everything, editing and whatnot. Finally got it all excitedly figured out. Whew. Okay, I can take a deep breath now as the season's getting to start. If you guys are actually interested in this, I do hope you guys leave a like on the video. Let me know, see some support behind it. And also leave a subscribe onto the channel, because you can guarantee that this is going to last a long time. As this is something I've been putting a lot of time and effort into. I went into Team Builder and built. And this is something I'm going to put, time out of my day in doing. Go ahead and like and subscribe. That's pretty much all I got left here. The remainder of the video is going to just see being advanced to the regular season. But that's going to be it for me. I guess I'll see you guys in episode number 2.